you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
What is up, Raider Nation? I'm your host, the Samoan Raider, and I'm back with another video. Now, some news that just came out not too long ago. The Raiders have waived linebacker Tevon Coney. This kind of sucks because we just got this guy, last week, and I thought we were going to give him a chance, but he barely got to see the field, and it looks like he's not going to see the field anymore because he's not going to be a part of this team. Now, moving over to our practice today, I got some updates for you guys and some news that you can use. Some players that did not practice or did not participate in today's practice were running back Jalen Richard, guard Richie Incognito, guard Denzel Good, linebacker Javin White, linebacker Nicholas Morrow, linebacker Nick Kwiatkowski, and defensive end Clelin Ferrell. Woo-wee, that's a lot of linebackers, but it was a good thing we went out and got one yesterday. Now, this is the second straight day without Clelin Ferrell at practice. There was reports saying that they did see him around the facility and at the weight room, but he wasn't practicing today. He has a bit of an injury. It's nothing too serious, so we should be seeing him back on the field pretty soon. But with all these injuries going around, at least there was one good news. John Gruden did confirm that Nick Kwiatkowski will be back with the team and will be back playing by next week. So that's some good news to hear, especially knowing how thin our linebacker core is right now. It's good to hear that news, especially knowing that Nick Kwiatkowski is going to be ready to go week 1 versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, some updates on our newly acquired linebacker Denzel Perryman. According to Vincent B in the Place to Be, he tweeted, "Denzel Perryman not with the Raiders today. Between taking his physical and COVID-19 protocols, he could face a delay in getting on the field." The team did report that they are looking forward to having Denzel Perryman ready and available by week 1 as a backup. Now, as far as the COVID-19 protocols, Denzel Perryman has been vocal about the vaccination and not taking it, saying in a recent article earlier this year, nothing against it. I mean, I know people that got the vaccination and still caught COVID. So to me, it's like, what's the point? Now, I don't know if this would affect them with the team or not, but it's kind of funny to me that some of the players on the team are not vaccinated, but yet Mark Davis and the Raiders are forcing fans to go and get vaccinated to just enter the stadium. But, that's just me. Now, one guy that was really excited to bring Denzel Perryman here in the silver and black, other than Raider fans, was his former defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley. As you guys know, they both have history with each other back at the Chargers, and I know that Gus Bradley has spoke highly of this guy over and over again, and the fact that we went out and traded for this guy, just knowing the potential that he has and the knowledge that he has under Gus Bradley's system. Woo-wee. I mean, I would understand his excitement as well. Gus Bradley spoke on how excited he was about having Denzel Perryman on the team today in his presser, saying, "Denzel, we have a lot of history with him just from our time back with the Chargers. He's a very good leader, very good pro. He brings some explosiveness to us. He's got very good instincts. He understands the package and what is asked of him. So we just need to create some more depth there because of some of the situations we've been in. So healthy and coming back in and able to play, he'll be a good addition." And I gotta agree with Gus Bradley because after hearing this news, I was excited as well. If you guys didn't see my video yesterday, go and check it out. Now, he also alliterated to how this adds more depth to the position of need because you already know all our linebackers have been going down left and right. Even though we know that Nick Kwiatkowski is going to come back next week, just having Javin White go down, Nicholas Morrow, two guys that had a potential breakout season this year, go down for who knows how long. It just kind of sucks, but having Denzel Perryman and adding him onto this team really helps out this team a lot. And I love this addition and the fact that we spent little to nothing to get this guy, and we're spending under $1 million to have him this year and next year. Man, it was a huge win for the Raiders. Now, a player that has been criticized between the Raider Nation and as well as me is after last year has been cornerback Damon Arnette. Now, there has been a lot of speculation, a lot of reports, a lot of rumors going around that he's been struggling in camp or he's been having up and down camps or whatnot. And last year in his rookie season, he didn't really do that well. Now, I understand that he was injured and he was dealing with COVID protocols and whatnot, but going into the season, there's going to be a lot of eyes on Damon Arnette. And according to Vincent B in the Place to Be, he tweeted today, "The Raiders made it a point to challenge Damon Arnette today, and the second-year cornerback rose to the challenge with a pick and some pass breakups." So, After seeing that and hearing that, yes, I know it's practice. Yes, I know it's not in a game day situation, but it's good to hear some kind of positive news with Damon Arnette. And hopefully he can keep that same energy and bring it onto the field. Now, I know he barely played throughout the preseason. Hopefully he's ready to go week 1 when his number is called. I don't know if he's going to be starting. I feel like those roles are going to be up to Casey Hayward and Tevon Mullen. But going into this year, Damon Arnette has got to step up in a big way, especially now having Gus Bradley as a defensive coordinator and Ron Miles as their DB coach. Hopefully they could unlock something in Damon Arnette that Paul Guenther just couldn't. I mean, look, we're already seeing other cornerbacks shine right now in training camp and in these preseason games, and Amik Robertson and Nate Hobbs. So Damon Arnette, man, has got to go out there and show out. But like I said before, after hearing him have a good day today and, you know, having an interception, a couple of pass breakups, and just getting some praise from these reporters and whatnot, it's good to hear, and I'm really excited to see what he brings this season. Now, I do want to talk about Clelin Ferrell being a part of the second team of pass rushers. I know it's not ideal to have your 4th overall pick run with the second team, but I do believe that this is a blessing in disguise. You look at the defensive line that we already do have, the depth that we have on this defensive line, especially coming off of the edge. You already know that our best pass rushers are going to be Max Crosby and Yannick Ngakoue. You know, Cleveland has not been known to be that pass rusher getting to the quarterback, but he does a lot of things on the outside and on the inside as well. But Gus Bradley did talk about the importance of the second tier rush group and Clelin Ferrell and Carl Nassib. These guys will come in to give our first team a break, but I feel like having Yannick Ngakoue out there, Max Crosby out there, helps these guys out a lot. Gus Bradley did go on to say Clee is a little bit unique for us because he can rush outside and inside. And again, when you're a tackle and you're like, okay, I got to prepare for Max, now I got to prepare for Yannick, now I got to prepare for Clee, now Carl. If you could get that dispersed in 2 groups, it's just a lot of preparation for a tackle. They can't just hone in on one guy when they all have different styles. We're hoping that's beneficial for us. After hearing that, I am expecting to see our defensive line at least take that next step, especially Clelin Ferrell, who had 6.5 sacks last year. I feel like can have even more this year. Now, I know that there's a narrative going around with the media saying that Clelin Ferrell is a bust, but they don't understand that this actually helps Clelin Ferrell more than it hurts him. It doesn't matter that he's going to be coming off the bench with the second strings. It just means that he's going to be fresh every time he comes in. And what Clelin Ferrell lacks in his pass rush, he makes up for it against the run. This opens a lot of opportunities for all of these guys, especially Clelin Ferrell. And it just shows you how much depth that we have on his defensive line. So that's why I'm so excited to see how these guys will do and how much it will help our secondary out a lot on the defensive side. Bradley was also impressed with Robertson's man coverage, Hobbs' consistency, and is cautiously optimistic about Arnette's improved play and confidence on the perimeter. So like I said before, there's a lot of hope in this secondary, especially with these young players moving forward. But out of these 3 cornerbacks that I just named, Amik Robertson, Nate Hobbs, and Damon Arnette, who do you believe is going to have a bigger season this year? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, moving over to the offensive side of the ball, Greg Olsen has his presser today as well, and he spoke highly of Josh Jacobs, saying Josh Jacobs worked out away from the team this offseason, and he looks faster, thicker, and like a more complete player. His confidence is sky high. And you just gotta love hearing that, especially from our offensive coordinator. You know, Josh Jacobs, I do believe he's gonna have a big season this year, especially with Ken and Drake paired up with him. This duo with Drake and Josh is gonna do some good things. I don't care what the media has to say about these two. These two are gonna go out there and ball out. I feel like these media analysts and whatnot are underestimating what this does for Josh Jacobs. It keeps Josh Jacobs fresh most of the time, and the fact that this guy has been working out through the offseason and has been getting stronger and looking thicker and faster, man. This just goes to show that this guy is working to have a big season this year. Olsen did mention about the roster cuts next week are gonna be quite tough, especially on the offensive line, and did mention that a good player on the offensive line might not make the final 53. Now, who could that be? I don't know. The first name that comes to mind that I feel like is a solid player that could be cut from the offensive line is Nick Martin. Or maybe if you decipher this in a different way, he said a good player on the offensive line. Maybe he means Denzel Good? I'm just joking. But I feel like he's big capping right now, because after watching that Rams game last week, I don't think that decision should be hard at all. Because, oh my man, there was a lot of offensive linemen out there looking pretty horrible. So in my opinion, Olsen, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. You know who to cut. I know you're just trying to be nice about it. Olsen also brought up that the cuts at the wide receiver position might be the most difficult. And I could understand that to a point, because I do believe that we are going to keep 6 wide receivers on the roster right now, and I feel like it's a bit clear cut. Now, if I had to choose the wide receivers that are going to make the rosters for sure, I feel like it's going to be Henry Ruggs, Bryan Edwards, Hunter Renfrow, John Brown, Willie Snead, and Zay Jones. That's 6 wide receivers that I feel like are going to be on the roster and stay on the roster. Other guys that are trying to fight for a spot on this team at the wide receiver position are Dylan Stoner, DJ Turner, and Keelan Doss, who I do believe most likely will be on the practice squad. Now, linebacker Devon Diablo was the last person on the presser today, and he was asked what the biggest surprise for him being an NFL player was. And he simply said having to bring your A game, and that he thought that he had good coverage on Darren Waller, but didn't expect the tight end to be that fast. Devon, if you don't know, now you know. Darren Waller is just a different breed, and like I said before, he's one of, if not the best tight end in the league. Don't at me. But one good thing that I did take away from Devon Diablo's presser is that he will be making his debut this week against the Santa Clara 49ers. Now, I am really excited to see what he can show out there on the defensive side, especially playing linebacker for the first time in the NFL. So, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on this video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button. It does a lot for this channel. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. With that being said, until the next video, this is your boy Some More Raider, and your boy is yeah.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.